Hey friends, welcome back to the free digital product course for beginners. If you're here right now, that means that you have validated your digital product idea in the last video. Amazing job. If you have not watched video 1, which is brainstorming your digital product idea, or video 2, validating that idea, pause this video at this time and go back and watch those first 2 videos because each video in this series builds upon the last. If you're all caught up, great job. We're going to dive into video 3 where I help you choose the right format for your digital product. Just a little quick reminder, this is actually a workshop style video, so make sure that you download the resources in the description area as well as have a notepad ready. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Choosing the right digital product format is crucial. It can mean the difference between creating something that deeply connects with your audience and something that falls flat. The last thing that you want to do is spend weeks creating an ebook when your audience actually prefers video tutorials. So in today's video, we're going to dive deep into the different digital product formats available, as well as the pros and cons of each. And by the end of the video, you're going to know exactly what you need to create. Let's go through some of the most common types of digital products. Feel free to jot some of these down, or better yet, pause this video right now and go ahead and download the free worksheet linked in the description. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and jump into this activity where we're going to be choosing your digital product format. So if you have not yet downloaded this worksheet, it's linked in the description area. So let's go ahead and look at the first product format, ebook. Ebook right here are great for teaching concepts, step-by-step guides. Now, the pros are it's easy to create and it's low cost. The cons are it's a lower price point. They're less engaging for visual and auditory learners. The next format is an online course. This is where you teach in-depth visual or verbal learners. Okay, they're really great for people who love visual and auditory learners. Now, the pros are they're high value and they're scalable, and the cons are they take longer to build and they consist with a lot of video editing. Let's go ahead and look at the next format, templates. Templates are great for their time-saving resources for business and personal use. Now, the pros are they're highly in demand and they're quick to use. And the cons would be that they need clarity, simplicity, a good design, and instructions. So when you're building these templates, you got to keep those in mind. The next format are printables. Okay, so printables are great for personal organization, planners, as well as trackers. Now, the pros are they're fast to deliver and they're very easy to replicate. So the next format is toolkits and resource packs. Now, they're really great for multiple assets bundled together. And the pros are they're higher perceived value, and the cons, they require multiple pieces to create. And I'll kind of dive a little bit deeper into all of these after I cover them. Now, the cons are they're often low in price. Let's go ahead and look at the next format, which are workshops and webinars. And as we're going through these, I hope you're kind of like listening and kind of taking note to see which one really resonates with you. So workshops and webinars, they're really great for live interaction, teaching, and consulting. The pros are they build trust, they're in real-time engagement, and they have a high perceived value. Now, the cons are they require you to be live or record yourself. The final format is audio products, like think of meditations or even guides. So they're very great for mindset, wellness, and productivity. The pros are it's a very unique niche. They're great for passive users, like kind of on the go, like you can listen on the go. They're easy to consume and they build a lot of intimacy. Now, the cons can be that it's a very niche audience and quality really matters when it comes to this. Less visual, and they may need more structure. Now, I wanted to add here on the bottom, what type of people can use each of these products. Now, this is just a very short list, but I just want you to get an idea. So ebooks are really great for writers, educators, and experts. Online courses are really great for teachers and coaches and consultants. Templates are really great for designers, people who enjoy graphic design, business strategists, or even service pros. Printables are really great for anything productivity, so productivity creators, designers, and business ops. Workshops and webinars are really great for coaches and consultants. And toolkits and resource packs are great for designers, business strategists, and service professionals. And then when we look at audio products, we're thinking about storytellers, people who are really great at storytelling, spiritual leaders, and productivity coaches. And again, this is a very short list, but if you are in any of these niches, I want you to start thinking about which digital format will work best for your audience. Now, as we go through this, I hope that you can go ahead and highlight. So what I did was I highlighted two formats that work best for me. Now, I am a business and content coach and consultant. This is what I do in addition to being a digital product creator. And so for me, in my field of expertise, I enjoy creating online courses. That's really how I got started in this digital marketing space years ago, is I started to create digital courses as well as printable courses as well. So I highlighted this because my background is in teaching and education. So I love in-depth visual teaching as well as learning. They're very high value and they're also scalable and they last a long time, but they do take time to build, but they're worth it. Another way that I love to teach for my community and my clients is through workshops and webinars. So I enjoy hosting, whether it's a 3-day or 5-day challenge. I enjoy hosting 1-day webinars, master classes. I just enjoy the live interaction. Even when I go live on social media, it's kind of my thing. I love teaching. And the reason why I love this is because it builds trust in real time and you get a lot of engagement, but it does require you to be live or to actually record yourself. Now, I didn't highlight this, but I do want to take note about toolkits and resource packs. Now, in 2023, when I started to host group coaching programs, I developed a toolkit for my community. Now, my clients at that time, they were high ticket clients. They spent anywhere between $6,000 and $8,000 for my 6-month group coaching program, but that came with a toolkit. So what that meant was I had literally a database full of resources. There was over 70 resources linked, videos, templates, courses, printables, masterclasses, you named it. They were all linked and they were bundled together. And just that alone was worth the price. A lot of my clients were like, oh my gosh, that toolkit alone like saved me so much time in my business because a lot of it was grab and go. Everything, swipe copies, you name it, it was all in there. So these are different formats that you can use in your business. I want you to take your time to go through this list, highlight it, and then meet me back in the next section. Now that you have your options, let's talk about how to choose the right one. I want you to go ahead and answer these 3 questions. Now let's go ahead and jump into the next worksheet where we're going to answer these 3 important questions. So these are facts to consider when choosing your format. So the first question is, what format does my audience prefer? So I want you to think about this. Are they busy moms who love audio? Designers who want plug and play templates, or entrepreneurs who prefer visual walkthroughs? You really want to take your time to think about what format do you think your audience would prefer. Now, take your time to write down the answers in this worksheet. Now, once you finish answering question 1, let's go ahead and move on to question 2. Question 2 is, what kind of content do I need to deliver? So, is your product more educational, inspirational, or actionable? I want you to kind of think about this free course that I'm providing for you. It's educational. Hopefully it's inspiring you, but it's also actionable because it's in workshop style. So I want you to start thinking about what kind of content do you need to deliver in order to provide the solution for your audience? So deep training might be great suited for a course like this, while a checklist or a toolkit is great for quick wins. Now, finally, question 3 is, what are my strengths? So do you enjoy being on camera? Maybe you don't enjoy being on camera. So maybe you can think about doing an audio course. Do you enjoy writing? Do you enjoy designing? Your format should play to your strengths. So the last thing that you want to do is hate being on camera and then try to create a video course and your audience can tell that you don't feel comfortable being on camera. That's not going to be great for you or your products. So really think about the type of strengths that you have when it comes to presenting information, whether that's writing, your voice, audio, or even maybe your camera presence. Once you complete these 3 questions, you can then move on to the next section. Let me give you a few real examples so that you can see how this plays out in the real world. Now let's go ahead and look at real life cases. Now our first case study is Eddie, who is an athletic coach. Now Eddie, he created a digital curriculum for athletic coaches because his audience loves step-by-step visual content and he has a great speaking voice. That product was condensed into an ebook and became an Amazon bestseller. He then launched coaching seminars from the digital curriculum that we worked on together. He built an email list filled with qualified leads. He booked paid speaking engagements, and created 11 more digital products, which were ebooks to go with the series. Isn't that amazing? Let's go ahead and jump into case study 2. Case study 2 is Yura, the children's book author. Yura formerly designed a series of Fruity and Friends children's books and received my mentorship to launch a live production show to accompany the series. Now, at her pre-launch party, she had 40 in attendance, pastors from various churches, donations, and is now getting ready to launch a fundraising campaign for the production. And her digital books create evergreen material that can now be bundled with the show, which is a great way to offer licensing and bundles for her community. Case study number 3 is me, Dupay, the digital product creator. So one of my earliest digital products was my Scale High program. It was a goal setting program for high school students. I love creating courses and curricula. And at the time, I owned a K-12 tutoring company and knew schools needed a tangible plan their students can follow to prepare for life after high school. Now, that product was later published on Amazon, but it was also implemented and funded by school districts across Southern California for 5 years. I'm going to go ahead and show you my website at this time. So here are some of my case studies. Feel free to go to davicreative.com if you want to check out more. But one of my case studies here is Beach High School. So if you want to learn more about my Scale High program and some of my other programs, you can go and learn about them here. Okay, now it's your turn. We're gonna walk through a decision-making exercise together. Now, in this worksheet, you're gonna find a flowchart and a simple quiz that's gonna help you choose your format based on your answers earlier. Now, I really love these next 2 activities because it's really gonna bring everything together and really give you more clarity. So the directions are this. You're gonna answer each of these yes or no questions to help you guide your decision. So question number 1 is this. Do you love teaching in-depth, step-by-step content and don't mind being on camera? Now, if you answered yes, you can consider creating an online course. If you answered no, go to the next question. So the next question is this. Do you prefer writing and want a fast and straightforward launch? So if your answer is yes, you may consider an ebook or a guide. If you answered no, let's move on to the next question. Now, as we're going through these questions, I want you to be highlighting the questions that really resonate with you. So question number 3 is, do you like creating tools that save people time or give them structure? So think of planners, trackers, or scripts, such things that I love to create. So if you answered yes, consider templates, toolkits, and printables. And this is why I highlighted this section because this really resonates with me. So for instance, if your audience prefers visual learning and your idea is design-based, a Canva template might be your best bet. Pause here and write that down. So anything that's coming to mind as we cover these questions, I want you to jot them down here. All right, so question number 4 is this. Do you enjoy live interactions or leading sessions? Something like what I'm doing right now. If you answered yes, you want to try a workshop or a webinar. If you don't really enjoy being live and you feel like, oh, I'm going to be stumbling over my words and I don't want to have to keep pausing and refilming, if that's not your thing, then you answered no, and let's move on to our final question. So question number 5 is, do you want to create something people can listen to on the go? So like affirmations and meditations or guides. If the answer is yes, then you are maybe an auditory type of teacher. So you may consider audio products. Now, if you answered no, start small with templates and printables to test your idea. I want you to kind of go back. You can pause this video at this time and really go through these questions as slow as needed and highlight the ones that really resonate with you. If I was to sit here and say, okay, which ones really resonate with me, I would probably highlight number 1 because I love teaching live. I love step-by-step content. I love being on camera. So online courses are my jam. But I also like writing. I have my background as a journalist. So I love creating ebooks and guides and even trackers and planners and templates. So really for me, being a digital product creator, I have all of these products in my Stan store and I enjoy creating all types of products. But when we're getting started, you really want to focus on 1 or 2 formats that really resonate with you and not try to do everything at once, but really hone into your 1 or 2 format. So when you're done with this activity, we're going to go ahead and move on to the mini quiz. Now, if you need a pause at this moment, please pause, take your time, don't rush, but we're going to go ahead and move on to the mini quiz. So the mini quiz is where you're going to choose based on your strengths. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to circle the one that feels most like you in each row. So we're talking about going from row A to row B. So which one, or you can highlight it. So which one resonates with you? And I'm going to read these out loud. I enjoy teaching others on camera. Do you enjoy teaching others on camera? If so, highlight that. Or I prefer creating behind the scenes. So you either enjoy being on camera or you enjoy being behind the scenes, and choose the one that resonates most. You might say, oh, I enjoy both. Choose the one that resonates most. So if it was me, I was going to highlight the first one in A. So the next one is I'm good at breaking things down, or I'm good at designing tools and resources. Which one are you? Again, I would be A. I'm a former teacher. I'm really great at breaking things down, but I'm also great at designing tools and resources, but it's not my greatest strength. If I had to choose one or the other, it would be I'm great at simplifying concepts. So the next one is I have a lot to say and love structure, or I like quick wins and value simplicity. Again, I'm over on the A column over here. I have a lot to say, right? I love to talk. I love to speak. I love to teach. I love to inspire. So, and I love structure. Hence why everything that I create is all about digital products, and automation, how to structure everything and automate everything. The next question is, I want a high ticket offer, or I want to start small and scale later. For me, both work. I'm used to selling high ticket, but you can also start small and scale later. So which one resonates with you most? So if I was to do this again, I would choose the little highlight tool here. I would choose a highlight color, and I will go in and highlight the ones that resonate with me most. So that's what you want to do. So then on the bottom of this worksheet, it says this: if you're mostly A's like I was, you're likely suited for an online course, a workshop, or audio product, which is perfect because that's exactly how I teach. Those are the formats in which I teach. If you're mostly B, try starting with an ebook, a template, or a toolkit. Now, a toolkit is like a bundle of different templates and things of that sort. So I would even suggest start with an ebook and start with one template and build from there. So I hope this really gives you clarity. Make sure that you take your time, go back and complete the flowchart first, come back down and complete the mini quiz, and then meet me in the next section. Good luck. I want you to make a decision today, and I do not want you to get stuck in analysis paralysis. I want you to choose the best format that feels good to you. So in order to do this, let's complete the final exercise together, my product format plan that's in your packet. Let's go ahead and do this together before we wrap. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this final exercise together. And this is really going to bring everything together that we've worked on in the last 3 videos, including today's video. And we're really going to lay everything out. So this is called my product format plan. So I want you to use this space to map your decision and explain your reasoning. And this is going to help you choose the right format for you. So the first thing is you're going to state my digital product idea. So this is coming from video 1. What was your digital product idea after you completed the exercises and the activities in that video? You're going to write that in the space provided. Then the next space is validate a problem I'm solving. So this is from video 2. Remember I said all these videos are linked. So what validation are you trying to now solve for your digital product idea? What did you validate? Go ahead and write that on the line. Now it's time to choose the format. So after completing all the exercises in the packet from video 3, what format have you chose? So choose one format. You can always add other formats moving forward, but right now we want to stick with one format that you're going to launch your first digital product. So go ahead and write that in the space. Now I want you to answer these questions. So the next 3 steps, I need you to list how are you going to start beginning creating it. So ask yourself, what do I need to do to start creating my digital product? So write those 3 steps down now. Now, after you finish this, you are well on your way. You have completed the first 3 videos, which is so amazing. You brainstormed your digital product idea. You validated that idea, and now you have chosen your digital product format. Great job. Congratulations on completing video 3 in the series. You have now brainstormed your digital product idea in video 1. You validated that idea to ensure that there's a demand in video 2. And now you're ready to choose the right format in this video, bring it all together. In the next video, we're going to start outlining your digital product so that it's structured and easy to build. You don't want to miss it. The video will show right above me when it's live, but if you do not see it, turn on those post notifications so you do not miss it. If this video helped you, like it, share it, and subscribe, and be sure to come back to watch the rest of this free series. Also, do not forget to download your free worksheet linked in the description.